kind of evolved over time into now we have the biggest chat room of all, which is like Twitter. Twitter would be considered really a chat room where you post something and all of a sudden someone else will post something back and you'll get responses. All of a sudden you're getting responses from everywhere though, instead of just this little chat room. So it's very interesting. Over time, if you looked at Twitter also in November, they made a major change to their platform. Does anyone remember what it was? They went from 140 characters to 280 characters. They didn't know if this experiment was going to do very well, but it actually has proven now. BuzzFeed did a recent survey that showed between November and December, they were doubling the open rate and the response rate, reply rate, I guess for Twitter, for the normal or the lower 140 character tweets. And I found something else to be interesting. Facebook I was going through Facebook. Great thing about social media is there's a lot of different things you can read. There's news feeds. And I found an article that said the top 15 clever things written on Twitter that you wish you had written. And I thought I'd share 5 of them with you. The number 1 was, the Roomba vacuum cleaner just beat me to a piece of popcorn I dropped on the floor, and I realized this must be how the war against the machines began. Number 2 was, what idiot named them jet skis instead of motorcycles? I guess they liked how it rhymed with motorcycles. Number 3, your secrets are safe with me, because I literally won't remember them. This also applies to your birthday. Your birthdays are safe with me. Just watched 3 people jogging outside, and it has inspired me to get up and close the curtains. And the last, or this is the 4th one, just tried to kill a roach with Axe body spray. Now his name is Brett, and he won't shut up about CrossFit. I like that one. The last one, there's just no way that everybody was kung fu fighting. Those of you who laughed at that one, I know you're coming from the 70s. The thing I like about all of these is, and the thing I love about social media in general, is that we have a tendency to see these things and read these things, and then we come to work and we start to share them. We start to have that conversation. We start to take that, things that we read and see online, and we take them offline. How many times have you seen something on there and you've come to work and you've talked about it? Because in the end, social media is a conversation. Just like in those old chat rooms. It's a two-way conversation that you're having with your audience, with your competition, with your clients, with your coworkers, your friends, your family. And they're all on this different social media platforms. Social media is about social proof. We talked about this yesterday. The number one thing, Amazon and eBay is changing the way we look and buy things online. The number one we think about and look at before we buy anything is what? Reviews. This simple 5-star system has revolutionized how we look at anything today. And I was talking earlier today with several of you, and I had mentioned the fact that in the old ways to look at anything on Google, we used to work so hard at being at the top page of Google, because when people search for any kind of topic, they used to look at the top 10 things and they used to pick one, usually from the top down. We even see a little graph that shows that the number one thing all the way down from the 10th item, things would start to get not getting clicked on. Nowadays we look at things differently, because when you go ahead and search for something on Google or any search engine, you actually don't look for the top item anymore. You look for the most highly rated item. You look for how many people have more stars, 5-star ratings, and how many of those ratings are, they may have 50 ratings as opposed to someone who has 10 ratings. And so we look at things a lot differently. 91% of people, consumer reviews are the number one buying thing they use in their decision. 57 trust a friend's recommendation over a critic's review. 3 times more likely to trust peer opinions over advertising for making your decision. So we talk about these things, we bring them offline, we start to bounce off of other people, and how many times on Facebook are you able to share that information? Share has become an important word in our vernacular when it comes to social media. We want to make sure we're sharing that with everyone, something that you like. And so that's the thing about it. It's about word of mouth. Social media is about that trust. People buy from people they know, like, and trust. Endless Referrals by Bob Burr. It's mentioned in this book. We mentioned it yesterday. We definitely suggest you read this. People are more cynical and skeptical than ever before, and of course, lawyers know nothing about that. Being trained, cynical experts, we demand a higher level of trust today more than ever before. So, here are the top 5 reasons why you should be all over social media if you haven't been already. Number 1, social media is one of those cost-effective ways to build a massive platform. I'm going to use Twitter again as my example. Did you know that several people have huge, gigantic platforms on Twitter? Just to give you an example, Taylor Swift has 85 million followers. 10, 20 years ago, this was unheard of, to be able to reach 85 million people instantly that are in your audience or fans of yours. This is a platform that can tell you who you are, that you can tell people who you are, you can tell people who you help, you can tell people how you are different. Number 2 is to reach prospects. This gives us an opportunity to reach prospects early on in the buying process because you control the information given to them. A lot of people use 4 steps in providing an opportunity to search for something online or to buy something online. The number 1, I guess, thing we do is we look for the information. We start to do an informational gathering. We'll start to do our research. We may not even know if we have a case. In the case of looking for the correct law firm for us, I may not even know what questions to ask. So this is what I start to research. I start to research keywords that may be related to this. And then I'll start to find, I guess, the top law firms that would be appropriate for me. Either the location, more information about them. I'll go to their website. I'll maybe look at some reviews, their testimonials. This is a place for you to go ahead and start to do your own due diligence and validate those attorneys. That's number 3. We start to select a small group or a few attorneys that we would like to contact directly. And number 4, we start to call them or see them. We start to actually do our attorney selection process. Now, the crazy thing about this is that you, as the person looking, as the attorney, waiting for these people to call, you're not even involved in the process of their decision-making process until number 4. So how important is it to control the information that they receive from the other 3 steps? It's crucial. So you can control it through Google, you can control the information that's given on your website, all the internet, and the social media gives you an opportunity to actually put out that content so you can become the expert in your field. Another way of putting this, Adam had mentioned yesterday your sphere of influence. When you walk around and you talk to people, you have a sphere of influence of around 10 feet. The people around you can hear you, they can start to talk to you, they can respond back to you. You're influencing the people around you, even when you sit down. I have a buddy of mine who really, literally knows so strongly that this sphere of influence is the way that he affects people, that when he's in a movie theater, within 5 minutes, he knows all the names of the people sitting around him. And I always thought that was amazing. But when you're online, your sphere of influence grows. Now it's not just about the people that you're talking to directly. It's about the people that know you or have heard about you. It's about the people that are fans of yours or have liked you or shared you. And it's about all the other people that they know. The sphere of influence becomes gigantic. So, the third reason to use social media is to increase the traffic to your very own website. We can do this through blogging, videos, social media, of course, all the inbound links and SEO. All of these things kind of have a synergy effect on creating a lot more traffic and links to you. It used to be, 10 or 15 years ago, social media was kind of a secondary thought. It used to be to do marketing online, you had to do linking, as much linking as you can, and you really had to concentrate on your keywords.